about to start. So if any of our speaker wants to check their mic, so please feel free to do that. We will be starting in just next 1 minute.
So from Hanoi, I'm sure we are audible.
Yes, you are indeed you are audible.
Thank you.
Sir, with your permission, I think we have a sufficient audience with us now. So if we have your permission, can we start? Okay. Thank you, sir. Excellency, Mr. Pranay Vamana, Ambassador of India to Vietnam, Mr. Sandeep Narula, Chairman, Electronics and Computer Software Export Promotion Council, Ms. Giang, Vice Chairwoman, Vietnam Software and IT Services Association, VINASA, Mr. Endronil Sengupta, Chairman, Indian Business Chamber, Vietnam, Mr. Ravi Vajpayee, Resident Director, HCL Vietnam Company Limited, distinguished delegates from Vietnam ICT industry and Indian ICT industry, ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon. Let me take this opportunity to thank Excellency Mr. Pranay Verma, Ambassador of India to Vietnam, for gracing the event today, and also for all the support from our mission, which I'm sure will assist in deepening the business relations between the two countries. We are also thankful to VINASA and Indian Business Chamber for their wholehearted support towards organizing this event today. Our two countries share very close and cordial bilateral relations with common historical roots in struggle for liberation from colonial rule and the national struggle for independence. In many ways, we identify our journey with that of Vietnam. I need to hardly mention that Indian IT industry is providing solutions to the world and is very popularly known as IT capital of the world. What may not be known to many of you is the fact that apart from being big names that you already are aware in IT companies, India is also home to a large number of small and medium-sized IT companies and startups capable of providing equally powerful solutions at a highly competitive price that may well suit requirements of users in Vietnam. Let me mention briefly that in today's event, Indian participants are having expertise in various IT verticals as diverse as fintech, artificial intelligence, robotics, IoT, embedded technologies, and web and mobile development, and so on. I invite all of you to explore business synergies, choose the technology that you need, and select the Indian partner for yourself. When we say that choose the Indian partners, it's just not a one way that we want to export to Vietnam. It's a win-win. We are just providing this virtual platform because of this current pandemic, and we encourage the industry on both the sides to come together, have networking with each other, and you yourself decide where the synergies can benefit each other, and that can result in business and enhancement of cooperation between the two countries. There might be something which the Indian side like at a competitive pricing, and the best solutions or a hardware side that we can look at, and by coming together and bringing synergies together, I think we can create something which is win-win synergy for both the sides. Before taking much of time, before I conclude, I would like to thank again Excellency Mr. Pranay Verma, our ambassador to Vietnam, for his support and cooperation in making today's event a success, and our chairman, Mr. Sandeep Narula, who was traveling out of Delhi, but is being able to join us in spite of not being in station. With these words, I once again welcome you all and would now request Excellency, as Mr. Narula has some technical connectivity issue right now, but he'll be joining us again in a few seconds. So in the meantime, I would really be happy and obliged if our Excellency, Mr. Pranay Verma, should speak about some insights on the Vietnam and Indian ICT opportunities. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Singh. I would like to commend Electronics and Computer Software Export Promotion Council for taking this initiative in partnership with our own Inchan here in Hanoi and Vinasa. We are happy to lend whatever support we could from our side in making this online interaction possible. This is a very timely initiative. As we have seen, the COVID-19 related disruptions have only raised the relevance of IT connection and digital connection for doing not just normal engagement, but also continuing our business and economic cooperation. And in that context, discussion on India-Vietnam cooperation in ICT sector, I think, is indeed very topical and timely. It is also a fact that the importance of digital ecosystem in the post-COVID recovery of many economies is significantly heightened as we start depending more and more on technology for engaging and doing business. So this is an area that we would like to put increasingly greater emphasis in our partnership with Vietnam. Economic progress of both India and Vietnam are now going to be increasingly driven by the promise of new technologies, innovation, and digitization to be able to deliver good governance, empowerment of people, and ensuring a sustainable and inclusive development of new economies in the country. Both India and Vietnam have a very ambitious outlook towards information technology and industry 4.0. Their visions are in many ways largely similar as we both try to overcome the constraints of development by using technology to overcome those gaps that exist in our system. And these create new opportunities for both our countries, not just by way of sharing experience, but also actually collaborating in concrete domains. India's Digital India mission is, of course, well known to most of us, and the way it is looking at widespread deployment of IT and digital technology in all aspects of economy and society. Vietnam also has a very forward-looking, what they call National Digital Transformation Strategy (NDTS), which is their vision for transforming Vietnam into a digital society. And they are targeting 20% of their GDP coming from digital economy by 2025, 30% by 2030. Now, these are very ambitious targets for development of digital economy, but they also show the intent on both sides to focus on IT sector, on digital economy sector. And I believe that COVID-19 has only hastened that process and strengthened that intent. IT and IT-enabled services have emerged as a new focus area of our economic engagement over the last few years. And I believe today's event is really a good step forward in bringing the stakeholders on both sides to have a focused discussion on how we should do it. The important thing, as you mentioned, Mr. Gurmeet Singh, that many of the smaller enterprises in the sector of IT and IT-enabled services are coming together today. And I'm happy that there is a focused B2B engagement going to happen after this opening session. That's very important. These facts that the businesses are talking to each other, and that you have been able to bring the smaller and medium-sized enterprises in these discussions, I think is quite remarkable. SMEs themselves are backbones of our emerging economies, and I think they have an important role to play even in the IT sector. So I compliment you for that. Given India's own capabilities and Vietnam's requirements as well as capabilities that they are developing gradually over the years, I do hope that there are new platforms and new arenas in which we can work. There is also a growing presence of Indian companies, IT companies in Vietnam, and Vietnamese companies also are expanding their footprints with newer investments in India. I think we need to scale it up even more, and here the smaller companies have an important role.
Because you take over.
Is it okay? Hello? Can I continue? Okay. Yeah. So IT collaboration. I
Yeah.
also believe.
Yes, sir.
I believe that IT. Can you hear?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear, sir. It was going well. There was some, I think, connectivity issue at our end, but we were very, comfortably able to hear you.
Sure.
Thank you so much, sir.
So I'll just conclude by saying that IT collaboration.
Thanks indeed for your valuable comments and insights.
Sure. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yes, I want to say something. Please complete. Mr. Gurmeet, he's
Okay. I think I've finished my remarks.
Sir, we have our chairman, Mr. Sandeep Rula, with us now. He has some connectivity issue as he is not in station, catching a flight out of Delhi. Sandeep ji, may I request you to please share your welcome address?
Mr. Gurmeet, Excellency Mr. Parnay Verma, Ambassador of India to Vietnam, Ms. Nguyen, Chairman, Vietnam Software and IT Services Association, Mr. Indroni Sen Gupta, Chairman, India Business Chamber, Vietnam, Mr. Ravi Vajpayee, Resident Director, ICL Vietnam Company Limited, Mr. Gurmeet Singh, Executive Director, ESC, distinguished delegates from Vietnam and India, ladies and gentlemen, very good afternoon to all of you. Namaskar. Firstly, my sincere apologies that I got late as I'm catching a flight, so I'm here without video and you may expect some disturbance. So please bear with me. It gives me great pleasure to extend a very hearty welcome and warm greeting to all of you today, especially to Excellency Mr. Parnay Verma, Ambassador of India to Vietnam, and the delegates from Vietnam who have joined us today. I'm glad that we have been able to organize this interaction despite the disturbances caused by the pandemic, which had forced us into our homes for a long time. Perhaps we are discovering the new normal of our life where the technology will drive most of our actions now. I'm sure this transformation brought about the pandemic will go well for all of us in times to come. Well, talking to the tech, I hardly need to mention that India has been able to establish itself as a major player and an India is known as capital of each other. This can be further accelerated with use of right technologies. India already has a reservoir of IT solution that may be easily customized to suit the needs of the Vietnamese customers. Thus, fast induction of IT solutions can be assured. And in addition to all that, we have a very large group of professionals who have been providing the backbone of IT sectors across the world, which can become handy for any customization requirement that Vietnam may be considering in growing world market. With partnership, joint ventures, cooperations can be explored and will definitely bloom. We will be able to forge relations between the two countries and further strengthen our ties. Before I end, let me assure you all, especially from the Vietnamese side,
Hello. It seems that Mr. Narula lost his connectivity, and I'm not sure. I'm really sorry. We are facing some little issues with our connectivity today, and I'm sure yeah, for any inconvenience this may be causing you. We have our next speaker, Ms. Giang, Vice Chairwoman,
any assistance
Vinasa.
for reliable and Mr. Gurmeet, can you hear me?
Yeah, we lost you in between, sir, but I think we can hear you now. If you're done with your talk.
Yeah, I thought you were hearing me. So I just conclude.
Yeah,
I would conclude with the word that
please.
ESC is
Thank you.
there to support Vietnamese company in forging any kind of a relationship, partnership to India. We would always be available for any support. And with these words, I would like to extend my sincere thanks to all of you for being here. Special thanks to Excellency for enabling this event of today's. Over to you, Mr. Gurmeet.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. My apologies. I think we are facing some little connectivity issues today, and that's the reason, of this connectivity. May I request now Ms. Gyang, Vice Chairwoman of Vinasa, to please unmute herself and share her thoughts on ICT opportunities between the two countries. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Uh, yeah, His Excellency Mr. Pranay Verma, the Ambassador of Embassy of India in Vietnam, Mr. Sandeep Naruda, Chairman of ESC, ladies and distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It's really my honor to be here attending the virtual seminar between Indian and Vietnam IT companies today. And I really appreciate the idea that we are now not defeated by the pandemic, but we're still going on with the business cooperation and development between our two countries. Maybe here, some of you already know about Vinasa, but just to be short, that Vinasa is the only national association in Vietnam which have the business scope in software, IT services, digital content, and now just new add-on is digital transformation solutions providers. So Vinasa already have a good cooperation and good relationship with IT association in India with NASSCOM. We are the sister associations in several regional and international associations, IT-related associations. So we know each other, and this is the first time we attend the activities that is organized by ESC and the ambassador and the embassy and the INCHAM. So I really hope that the companies who attend the meeting today can find some way of cooperation in the future. And you know that for Vietnam, we are right in the heart of the Asia, in Southeast Asia. So if you look at the map, Vietnam is right in the center of the countries. So from Vietnam to other country in Asia, it just take about like a 4 hours flight. So if Indian company want to expand the business to the Southeast Asia and Asia area, you can choose Vietnam as one of the hub, and from that you can expand your business to the region. And we all know that the Southeast Asia region is a rising market, which have a big population, up to 600 million population. So it will be like a huge market for you to expand, and Vietnam can be one of a very good destination for you to expand your business. And some words about the Vietnam IT industry. I think that regarding the total value, Vietnam is still smaller than India, but we are also now learning a lot from Indian friends, ICT friends, and the revenue of the industry last year in 2020 is about 120 billion US dollar, and ICT in Vietnam is now take about 14.3% of the GDP of Vietnam now, and it is now the biggest industry in the country. Of course, you will know that most of them come from the hardware and electronic export, which is we have several FDI company who invest in with the name like Samsung or Canon or Foxconn, etc. But can say that it is it's a industry that is a big industry in Vietnam now. And now for the software company, the revenue in 2020 here is about more than 10 billion US dollar, and of that we export about 3.5 excuse me billion US dollar. Inside the country, we still have some need regarding the digital transformation, regarding the smart city solutions, regarding the new technology products or solutions like AI, IoT, cloud, etc. So we are very open for cooperation and open to work with the Indian partners to bring the cooperation in those spheres. That is the thing that in Vietnam we are now in big need. Yeah, so just some words, and I really wish that the meeting between the companies, Vietnamese company and Indian company today will have a very successful. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ms. Nyang. It was really insightful, and I'm sure I agree with you. We can do, several things jointly. Whereas you have a good electronic sector already developed, and we have good IT sector in place. So I think uh, if we come together and join hands between the two countries, two companies, industry of both the sides, I'm sure the things can be better for not only addressing the big markets of each other, but also to the third world countries. So I see a lot of areas of cooperation and working together, and we look forward to have a sort of institutional linkages with Vinasa from the ESC India. From India, we represent the electronics and IT sector of India, and we represent the body organization sponsored by the government of India. We work as a industry association, and with having over 2,300 members across the country, I think both Vinasa and ESC members can come together to do some more cooperation and work closely for a win-win synergy between the two countries. Thank you so much for your insights and comments, and we look forward to work with you in the times to come. With this, may I invite our next panelist, Mr. Ravi Vajpayee, Resident Director, HCL Vietnam Company Limited. Raviji, over to you. Please unmute yourself.
Yes.
Jay, thank you so much.
Are you able to see my screen? I'm presenting something. Are you able to see that?
Not yet. We can see you.
Okay, so I'm trying to present a screen. Just give me a sec. Let me know if you're able to see it.
Yeah, it's fine now.
Okay.
Thank you.
His Excellency Ambassador Pranay Verma, Mr. Narula and Mr. Singh from ESC, Ms. Zhang from Vinasa, and Mr. Indranil Sengupta from Incham. It gives me immense pleasure to represent HCL Vietnam here today in this very interesting session on Indo-Vietnam cooperation in the ICT sector. I have a couple of slides which talks about why HCL decided to come into Vietnam, which will set the context for my other colleagues from the industry who are present today. So with this, I'll just start my slide. HCL's journey into Vietnam started way back in 2019 when we were looking for locations outside India where we wanted to expand our presence. And that is the time when we started interacting with the Vietnamese embassy in New Delhi and started having a lot of conversations regarding the ICT sector. We found that Vietnam government has a policy on ICT, and they are looking at digital transformation of the overall economy by 2025. And the Ministry of Information and Communications was inviting a foreign direct investment into the ICT sector. So we went back, we did our due diligence ourselves in our company. We also chartered a big five consulting company to do the due diligence. We looked at the GDP, it's 2019, because that is the time when we were looking at this location very eagerly. Saw that it was a growing economy at the rate of 7%. 2020, it has come down because of the pandemic, but I'm sure it is going to hit 7%, if not more. The IT industry in Vietnam is close to $12 billion, and both the domestic as well as the exports. And we saw a lot of focus on the IT education by the government of Vietnam. And these are the important things that really attracted us to come into Vietnam. So with a consistently a high GDP growth rate, a low inflation, and a young demography, we thought that IT outsourcing destination in Vietnam should be something that we should definitely look at. And we decided to move here. Some of the advantages we looked at was the workforce that is available, so 95% literacy rate, is a growing IT talent pool of roughly 60,000, which are coming into the market, job market every year. Infrastructure-wise, uninterrupted power supply, very good roads, 4G networks in the remotest corners of the country, and as we were discussing this with our global customers, we realized that Vietnam actually is an ideal location for a business continuity planning site for many of our global customers who are looking for stability and de-risking from other countries. Apart from that, we looked at the global connectivity. It was fairly, accessible to the rest of the world. This is obviously pre-COVID situation. And from India, we have direct flights. Vietjet opened its operations in 2020, October of 2020, with direct flights like 3.5 hours from Delhi to Hanoi, and maybe around 4.5 hours from Delhi to Ho Chi Minh City. So the to and fro connectivity is extremely good. And the incentives that are being provided by the ministry to foreign investors in Vietnam were very lucrative. There were tax incentives and other incentives that are already there on the table for companies who want to invest in the ICT sector. And keeping all these in mind, HCL ventured out and formally started its operations towards the fourth quarter of 2020. It was around October, November that we were able to finally start our operations. There was a delay of 6 months because of COVID, where we set up our headquarters in Hanoi, and we have been operating from here. Our vision is to have roughly a 4,000-seater global delivery center in Vietnam. It could be into different locations. We have started operations from Hanoi. We are expanding in Ho Chi Minh City, and maybe a third location might come after a year or so. Quickly about HCL Technologies, I'm sure many of my Indian companies know about HCL. It's a 44-year-old global IT services company with a revenue of $10.17 billion. We are present in 50 countries with 157 nationalities. Today, as we speak, we are close to 170,000 employees globally. In 2020, there was a survey done by Forbes magazine, and HCL was ranked as #1 as the world's best employers and number 30 globally. We were ranked as number 5 in Asia Pacific and Australia, New Zealand region. I'm not going to talk much about HCL. Just a brief, snapshot on what we are trying to do in Vietnam. Our vision is to create a global delivery center. On the right side are the IT services that we have already brought into the country. So it is IT and business services, engineering and R&D services, IT infrastructure management services, IT products and platforms, and some key global co-innovation centers or the captives of some of the global customers, which we have, which are looking for Vietnam as a location to set up their GICs. On the left side, we have the key sectors where we already have the global projects that we are bringing in and we'll be servicing. Vietnam, our philosophy is it will service the global business of HCL, the regional business, which includes Japan, Korea, Taiwan, and some other Southeast Asian countries which are on high cost, cities and countries. So we will get the delivery done out of Vietnam. And definitely, we are going to be looking at the local Vietnamese business, primarily because of the incentive which the government is giving on digital transformation. And as the ambassador had also mentioned about moving from a cash to a digital economy by 2025 with 20% of the GDP coming in, we see a lot of opportunities for Indian companies who are already present, some companies who would like to come into Vietnam and offer their services in the fintech area, and the local companies who are already offering these solutions. So from the ICT side, there are three areas which the government of Vietnam is very serious and is actually focusing on. One is the digital transformation part of it, which includes the digital transformation of your banking and financial sector and the digital economy. The second is Industry 4.0, which talks about digital manufacturing, digital engineering, and covers new areas like IoT, artificial intelligence, machine learning, cybersecurity, and blockchain. And the third is the education sector, where the government is investing a lot in developing the capacity, and that is where HCL is also playing a role by collaborating with some of the leading universities in getting the engineering talent pool, getting them trained, and offering long-term career within HCL. So these were the typical reasons why we have come into Vietnam, and we have got all the support from the Indian embassy here in Hanoi, and also the embassy in New Delhi, where we work very closely with the ambassador over there to ensure that HCL brand is a success here in Vietnam, which will lead to other Indian companies to come and join us in developing the ecosystem. That is all from my side.
Thank you so much, Raviji. I think it's quite insightful, and thank you so much for uh, guiding us. I'm sure the companies, Indian companies, would find it very useful, and the opportunities that are available, and how to to tap that, how you can work with particularly in the ICT sector. I think it's going to help our MSMEs also. Sir, I'm not sure. My apologies because of our poor connectivity. Uh, I hope I didn't abruptly interrupted you in your keynote today, Excellency. I'm not sure because my apologies for that, because seriously, sorry for that. And before we move to the next, we have Mr. Indranil Sen Gupta, Chairman, Indian Business Chamber, Vietnam, INCHEM, with us today. Thank you so much for your support, Mr. Sen Gupta, and may request you to please share your. You are working for quite long between the two countries, promoting trade and cooperation, not only in ICT but in the multiple sectors. So we look forward to hear for you, particularly the opportunities for the MSME sector. Over to you, Indranil.
Thank you. Good evening to, or rather good afternoon to all the participants, and especially Ambassador Pranay Verma, then Sandeep Narula, the chairperson of ESC, Madam Nuyanthi Zhang from Vinasa, Ravi Vajpayee from HCL, and also my colleague in INJAM. The advantage of speaking last is that because most of the able speakers have already touched upon the points, so there's not much to say. Only thing I would like to focus on is more from how to get this relationship working deeper and further. And I believe that both ISC, ESC, and Vinasa has to play a very key part in this. And of course, from INCHAM side, we will support to the best possible extent we can. I think Ravi has touched most of the points which, and he is the best person to do, which he believes is the area of congruence in the IT ICT sector between Vietnam and India. And I would also like to stress more specifically on the edutech part because as we have seen that, especially during the COVID crisis, education suffered quite a bit, physical education, and in both in India and in Vietnam, people have gone into this model of remote learning, and I think edutech is an area where Indians have really, really done well, and this model can be replicated in Vietnam also. I mean, apart from that, in all the areas which we talked about, which is the BFSI sector, IoT, AI, machine learning, these are all common things. But I mean, in India is good in ICT space. But what has happened is, especially because of this COVID crisis for last 1.5 years, many nations have stepped up their skills and bandwidth for ICT sector because it became a necessity. I mean, can you imagine? Let's say 5 years back, the only software probably we used was a Skype for all of these meetings, and we hardly actually attended meetings through web. While because of the COVID, for sure, the business tourism has suffered a lot. But what has happened today is we have like so many platforms today catering to all these virtual meetings, and I'm sure our consumer behavior has changed. And even if there's no COVID, we probably feel very comfortable to do all these virtual meets over the web, and that's why the space, even in that sort of web-based platforms, have expanded like multifold in the last 1.5 years. So the whole area of ICT has expanded because of this discontinuity in our lives, and it has brought in opportunities. And I presume that after living in Vietnam and seeing Vietnam grow over the last 14, 15 years, I've seen how the IT space in Vietnam has also grown. I mean, it's an excellent place for the development of software or technologies. And that's one of the reasons probably why companies like HCL and other Indian companies are trying to venture into Vietnam because of the skills of the Vietnamese developers. The other area where, and that's why I would encourage a lot of big Indian ITAS players to come and set up their shops and setups in Vietnam, and I believe that there will be a greater synergy in this particular area of development centers. Then there is other things, startups. I mean, of course, Vietnamese by nature they're very entrepreneurial, much more than Indians actually. And while we have a great success story of startups in India, and we have many unicorns today, but I'm sure if the Vietnamese entrepreneurs and startups, they can actually collaborate and learn from India, and they can also actually start from India because the market is instantaneously suddenly very big, and that gives them the scale even to raise funds, and because numbers do matter when you're going for the series funding. So that's one area where there's real synergy again in this, and we are seeing some direction in that. For example, the first Vietnamese company who has invested in India by through an M&A is FPT, and FPT is of course a great story for Vietnam. And similarly, there are other Vietnamese IT companies who are also expanding their footprint in different markets outside Vietnam. For example, FPT's revenue, 80% of the revenue comes not from Vietnam, outside of Vietnam. Only 20% is from Vietnam. And then India is definitely a market to look forward to with some new products, new innovations. I think Indian consumers love innovation, and so does the Vietnamese consumers. Uh, I personally believe there is a lot of potential talent in this country uh, to make a mark in the ICT sector of the world. Uh, Coincidentally, yesterday it is a very significant announcement which was made when our fellow Indian Satya Nadella became the chairman of Microsoft, and I firmly believe that within a few years we'll see a Vietnamese IT stalwart heading a company like Microsoft or Google soon. So with that note of positivity and look forward for greater cooperation in this ICT sector and with all full support from Inchan, I would like to close my remarks. Thank you so much.
Thanks indeed, Mr. Sen Gupta. That was quite insightful, and thank you for sharing the opportunities. Uh, so with this, we comes to the conclusion of session one, which is the inaugural session, and we plan to do the business session in the phase two, right after vote of thanks from here. Before that, I propose a vote of thanks to all our eminent panelists and our mission. Excellency, would you like to say something before we conclude the session one?
No, I think thank you very much. I really commend this initiative, and I think we will be able to follow up on these discussions today, particularly the B2B session that is planned after this inaugural session. I do hope that you will have some concrete proposals emanating out of that so that we can follow up. And something that I wanted, and I always say that please look us up whenever you need any assistance, and we'll be very happy to extend that in whatever way we can to further the cooperation in this important area.
Thank you so much, Excellency. You are always supportive to the industry and the council's initiative, and we are really grateful to you for that. The response that we got, I think the event that we are here today, we did that in just, I think, in a 2 weeks' time. And I really must commend the excellent team under your leadership there. And thank you so much again. So let me propose a vote of thanks before we move out to the second session, to the business session. From the Vietnamese side, we have around 18, 19 companies attending the sessions today for the B2B. And then we have from the Indian side, we have around 25 plus companies who will be joining. So we'll be introducing these companies. We have prepared a small uh, Excel sheet or a small booklet also profiling the details of these companies, which has been shared by our mission and these companies also. So even if after we make a small quick introduction over this session, business session today, the companies can move forward to follow up each other through emails or the details that we have shared with them, and to continue, and wherever they need any help or any support is required, we at ESC is there, or of course we can connect you with our mission, the commercial division there. So as Excellency already assured you of their support, you are most welcome to make use of our mission, very effective mission there. So with this, let me propose a vote of thanks, and I deem it a great honor and a privilege to profusely propose the hearty vote of thanks on behalf of the Electronics and Computer Software Export Promotion Council to all the speakers, and in particular, Excellency Mr. Pranay Verma, Ambassador of India to Vietnam, for sharing his insights today and making this session happen today. I'm sure that his truly pace-setting and very keenly perspective keynote address today has provided much food for thought for all of us present here. His address has been a great source of guidance and inspiration. We are all sure that his profound thoughts and perspectives will inspire our member companies to work with new vigor and vibe to carry forward the momentum and work closely with the Vietnamese industry. Thank you so much, sir, for your kind assurance and to work together and all the support that our members might be needed to take this today's initiative forward. Sincerely thank Ms. Gyang, Vice Chairwoman, Vietnam Software and IT Services Association, Vinasa, for her insightful thoughts and the support extended for today's event and spreading a word around to make these sessions happen today. A special thanks to Mr. Indranil Sengupta, Chairman, Indian Business Chamber, Vietnam, and Mr. Rajiv Garg, Secretary General, for their assistance in making the event a success. Our sincere thanks to Mr. Ravi Vajpayee, Resident Director, HCL Vietnamese Companies Limited, for sharing his thoughts. Very impressive, I must say, and I'm sure most of our companies really appreciate the insights that you shared and the paths you shared with them, and it will really help them in breaking the road to enter the Vietnamese market. And I'm sure they can count on the support whenever needed from you. Any further mentoring or guidance required, you'll always be there to support the Indian MSMEs to create a success story in the ICT sector. And I would also like, I'm just getting few requests. I would also like to request you, sir, for a copy of your presentation, which the few companies who have not able to join, we can share it with them. And certainly it will be a, guiding force for them to look at the opportunities in Vietnam and how to, tap those opportunities. And I look forward to receive a copy of your presentation for dissemination amongst our other member companies. Finally, the successful culmination of this program owes much to the support of all of you for making this event a resounding success. I thank all the delegates, both from Vietnam and India, for making it convenient to attend and contribute through their participation. With these words, let me conclude by wishing you stay safe and healthy and a very happy networking and business between India and Vietnamese companies. We will keep organizing more such events to sensitize and create awareness and promote trade and cooperation between India and the other countries, which assist you in your efforts to grow together, to partner together. With these words, thank you once again and all the best for today's business session. From here, we move to the business sessions, and if any of our eminent panelists have some issues, they are most welcome to stay on. But if they want, they can leave it now. And I hand it over to my colleague Vikrant Saxena to introduce the companies from the Indian side with their quick introduction. And we will be calling you by name, and please unmute yourself and introduce yourself very briefly about your name, your company name, and the core competence areas that you specialize into. Over to you, Vikrant. Please carry on. Thank you so much, Excellency, and all our stakeholders today for making these sessions happen. Thank you so much.
Yeah, hi. Good afternoon. This is Vikas Gupta, and I will be calling the Indian companies one by one. So my list is alphabetically indexed on the name of the company. So if I miss any company's name, they may raise their hand so that I can call them to introduce themselves. So we are going to start with AM WebTech Private Limited, Ms. Sonam Shukla.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. I'm Sonam from AM WebTech. I hope I'm audible easily.
Yes.
Thank you. So I would like to introduce in short that AM WebTech Limited, which is centralized in the central part of India, which is MP, Indore. We are a business that helps utilize digital platforms to open new doors of business opportunities. and the digital systems that are predictable, controllable, easy to adopt, and provide consistent business growth. So this is what AIM WebTech helps a lot in. To introduce ourselves, we have 50 plus pro experts that serve to convert an idea into success. We are based in Indore, that's what I have already told you. It isn't a limit for us, though we are in Indore, but we have been serving more than 500 clients across the globe. The key activities which I would like to include over here are web design and development, QA services, GIS application development, SaaS application development, digital marketing, Google Cloud Server, Google Map API. I'm sorry if I'm echoing. My voice, I think it seems to be echoing. And I must say that we are not bound with the technology stack. In fact, we always focus on giving a digital platform that provides you consistent business growth. And also we are open for new opportunities and business collaboration with Vietnam. Thank you.
Thank you, Sonam. Next company is Astra Projects. Mr. Suresh Kondipati.
Yeah. Hi, sir. Good afternoon, everybody. And this is Suresh Kondapati. I represent a company called Astra Projects. We are an IoT-based organization and located in the southern part of India, called Hyderabad, which is the IT hub of India. And the solutions, what we offer is something like IoT-based smart cities and e-governance, and then agriculture and smart infrastructures. Those are the kind of solutions. We have our own GIS platform and we have our own infrastructure to enable this particular solution with us. And having this in place, we are looking for definitely a collaborations between this solution can be expandable to the it's a global solution. It can be used anywhere in the world. So with this inside of the product, we would like to seek the cooperation between and collaboration between Vietnamese companies who are looking for this particular solution. Yeah, with that, I would like to take a conclusion. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Suresh. The next company is Busy Infotech Private Limited. Mr. Dinesh Kumar Gupta.
Thank you, Vikas ji. My name is Dinesh Gupta, and I represent a company called Busy Infotech Private Limited. We have a trademark Busy, and it's an enterprise software for micro, small, and medium enterprises. And we have close to 400,000 users across 20 countries. Our main business is in India only, but we have presence in India and almost all South Asian countries, Middle East and Africa. And all our business is through our channel partners, and we are looking for business opportunities in Middle East Asia and in Vietnam too. So we are looking for basically partners in Vietnam to collaborate with us and to promote the product in Vietnam. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Dinesh. Next company is Ecotech Software Private Limited. Mr. Velu.
Hi, this is Velu. We do prepare for apparel industry. We have our in other countries, and we are looking for companies who can sell and implement handholding in for the apparel companies in Vietnam, apparel and textile companies. So we have got a very good name in the market, and we are also competing with major products. Major products are moving from companies using major ERP software are moving to Stage. Stage is the name of our ERP software. So we are looking for partners. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Velu. Next company is Infinity Access Technologies Private Limited. Mr. Samir Ehsan. I think Mr. Samir is not there. So we will move on to the next company, which is Mappel Software Private Limited.
Sorry. Hello? Hello?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Myself,
Yeah,
Samir?
Mr. Samir.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was trying to get and move. Okay, so
Yes, we can
first of
hear
all, I
you.
would like to thank you, ESC, for this wonderful initiative, and I'm really thankful to everybody who has joined this session. And I would like to say that we are into IT infrastructure solutions, and we are doing IT solutions also, and we are right now working on some robotics thing, and we are planning to manufacture some couple of things, which will be definitely announcing to ASC as well. We are very much interested in looking forward to join with some partners in Vietnam, and I think we will definitely approach to some companies in Vietnam, and would like if somebody can reach out to us so that we can discuss a future course of action. And uh, that's it. And thanks a lot. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Samir. The next is Mr. Praveen from Maple Systems. Mr. Praveen.
Hello everyone, and my name is Praveen and I represent Maple Software Private Limited, and we are based out in Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh, southern part of India, and we are into the business of IT services, and we would like to collaborate with companies in Vietnam to expand our business. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Praveen. May I now invite Mr. Gaurav from Nippon Data Systems Limited.
Yeah, hi, good afternoon, everyone. So, my name is Gaurav and I represent Nippon Data. So, Nippon Data is a provider of IT enabled business solutions. And so, we are about 25 years now, old company with CMMI certified and 500 plus employees. And so, we are into following businesses like enterprise solutions, ERP, CRM, business applications. And we also do some technical workshops and training for our customers overseas. We are also present in government and some kind of custom applications building. So yes, we are open to partnerships whosoever is looking for expanding the business, and would be here. And I've shared my details in the chat box for next steps. Thank you.
Thank you, Gaurav.
Yes.
May I now invite Mr. Nipton Burgess from Ontash India Technologies Limited. Mr. Nipton Burgess. Mr. Nipton, are you there? I think Mr. Nipton is not there. Let me invite Mr. Dhruv Patel from Red Park.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
First, I would like to thank ESC for organizing such a wonderful B2B. Indeed, it is useful, and I'm sure a lot of people, a lot of companies are going to benefit out of it. And Welcome and thank you everyone from Vietnam team for your precious time and have coordination and cooperation with Indian IT ecosystem. That is going to be a win-win situation for all of us. And to introduce ourselves, we are Red Spark. We are IT service and product-based company operating from Gujarat, Mr. Modi's native place, I should say, just to remember and recall. And we are mainly into IT services, and we do have a couple of products that includes POS system and a couple of education solution. And with this conversation, I would like to get in touch with the companies from Vietnam. We do have some plan which I was looking forward to have for quite a long time, and I think with this particular forum and platform, I would be able to get in touch with you guys. So please let me know if we can coordinate, and I would like to explore more opportunities in Vietnam. And again, thank you so much for being with us and coordinating and communicating and building a strong ecosystem between India and Vietnam. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you, Mr. Dhruv. May I now invite Mr. David Raja from Sierra ODC Private Limited. Mr. David, please.
Thank you, Mr. Vikrant. This is David. I represent Sierra Odyssey Private Limited. It's a 24-year-old software development company. We are into web application development, mobile application. We have a flagship product called eFacility, which is a facility management software. This product is about 15 years old. We have customers starting from the US till Australia. And it has multiple modules, and these modules are helpful in times of this COVID, like space management, where the employees can, book and the seats. And also, like we closely work with all big giants in India, like Reliance, Godrej Group, Adani Group, and also we have customers in Vietnam and other regions as well. And we also have a product on warehouse management systems. And obviously, we are also looking for partners in Vietnam for our product eFacility, which is a world-class product. And for more information, you can reach out to me. I'll put my information in chat. Thank you once again, ESC.
Thank you, Mr. David. May I now invite Mr. Mr. Riaz Adil from Sajan Ventures Limited. Mr.
Hello,
Riaz
everyone.
Adil.
Hello, everyone. Hope I am audible. So this side, we are representing S Jain Ventures. So we are into IT services, custom design solutions, mobile applications, web applications. We are into this business approximately 10 years, and we have various clients in approximately 21 countries. So we are looking for expanding our businesses in Middle East, in the regions of Vietnam and Southeast Asia. So we are looking for partners whom we can collaborate and start our businesses in Vietnam and Southeast regions. And I have already put my details in the chat, so we can connect through this information and we can further expand. Thank you all for your precious time.
Thank you, Mr. Riaz. And now I would like to request Mr. Manish Vik from World One Solutions to please speak out. Mr. Manish Vik.
Yeah, good afternoon, friends and colleagues from Vietnam, and thank you very much, Vikrant and our council for organizing this very important and very prestigious business meet. This is Manish Vik from World One Solutions. I had the pleasure of interacting with your erstwhile ambassador of Vietnam pre-COVID times, and I also was and continue to be a member of the India-Vietnam Friendship Association. So Vietnam has a special place in my heart. Other than that, as an introduction, World One Solutions is a professional services and an international trade firm. Our gamut is slightly broad, yet allied and synergistic. We work a lot with Japanese companies, government, as well as large and small size companies in different sectors, including IT. We are implementing ERP solutions end-to-end for top-tier OEM suppliers, as well as IoT solutions, where we are bringing up changing the legacy machines and bringing them on our platform, along with some retail point of sale solutions. EdTech is a key focus area, and we are resellers with one of the leading, few of the leading EdTech companies here, which are already hitting the unicorn mark. And we are rolling out these solutions to government organizations in CIS countries at very advanced stages. So we are looking at partners from Vietnam, how we can collaborate, not only in promoting products from India to Vietnam, but also looking at Vietnamese companies, how do they enter the very large dynamic Indian market? We could be your partners in progress, and we would love to do that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Manish. I think I'm over with the Indian side. In case if there is any Indian company left out, I would request to please speak out.
Hi, Vikrant. Good afternoon. This is Karthik Vikrant from Cyber Naxa.
Yeah, Karthik, please carry on.
Thank you, everyone, and thank you, Vikrant and Seema, for arranging this wonderful meet, and thank you, ESC, also. So my name is Karthik. I am from Cyber Naxa, a cyber security company. We provide a second layer of authentication and authorization platform for applications for devices like firewall devices for SSL VPN and for remote desktop logins. So we're looking at our partners in Vietnam where they can promote our solutions to the banking sectors or to any fintech or sensitive data sensitive organization to protect their user logins or transactions. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Karthik. Is anyone more from the Indian side?
Yeah, good afternoon. This is Manohar here.
Yeah, Mr. Manohar.
Yes, sorry I cashed up late.
No
I'm
problem.
Manohar from Antrust Systems Limited, Bangalore. We are more into online procurement and online auction business. We've got a wide range of solutions for indenting, aggregation, store indent, purchase. We do web-based procurement actually. We've got clients all over India and also in Malaysia and Bhutan. We are very keen to explore any opportunities in Vietnam for our system. Basically, we're a software service company. We are also open to say on-site installation projects. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Manohar. Is there anyone more from the Indian side? I think we are over with the Indian side. Now I would request Ms. Thu from Vinasa to take over and request Vietnamese companies to speak out individually. Ms. Thu, please, from Vinasa.
Thank you, Mr. Vikan. So it is very honored to welcome a Vietnamese company to join this webinar here. So let me welcome Mr. Đỗ Quang Huy from Savit Technology Group. Mr. Huy, please go ahead. Excuse me, Mr. Savit, can you hear me? Mr. Vikan, can you hear me clearly?
Yes, you are very much audible, Ms. Thu. Please carry forward.
Oh, can anyone hear me, please?
Yes, we can
yes,
hear you.
Okay. So I guess this is time for our company presentation. So I have some slides. Can I share those slides? Okay. Okay. So do you see our screen?
Yes.
Yes. So very quick introductions. Yes, our company Service. We are one of the top 10 ICT enterprise in Vietnam, and our specialization is digital governance, digital enterprise, media, banking, IoT, and so on. We have over 500 international certificates, including ISO 27001, and also certificate from IBM and Cisco, our partner. Yes, and most of our sectors or our specializations involve around digitalizations, authentications, and IoT securities. We are the members of many organizations and also the first and only member of ICA, International Council of Archive in Vietnam, and as well as CSC and FIDO for authentications. We have many partners over the world, most of them operating in the field of ICT as well. And in the 2021, our notable achievement is the Just CA timestamping, because we are the first and only CA in Vietnam, which is authentication in Vietnam, capable of providing timestamping, and it is an EADAT compliant solutions. It allowed the maximum securities of electronic documents, wherever you sign an electronic contract or electronic email, for instance. This will prove that you are the one who is signing them and the times involved. Our partners help us with the customer demand, and we have a lot of customer in the field of banking and finance. I can say this is our strongest field because we provide the secure, user-friendly, mobile, capable, and cost-effective PKI solutions. And PKI means how you can authenticate yourself on the internet. And we have a few customers who operated in the banking industry, like the State Bank of Vietnam, TP Bank, Vietinbank, VP Bank, and so on, and other finance enterprises. So that was the presentations. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Hui, for your presentation. So next, I would like to request Ms. Tạ Thị Trâm Anh from United Technology Corporation.
Yeah, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, this is my great pleasure to join you today. And my name is An, and I represent United Technology Corporation, or Unitech in short. We are a software company in Da Nang, a city in the central region of Vietnam, and which is emerging as the new IT hub of the country. We have a team of around 200 people working here, and we mainly provide software development and software associate service. We cover various domains like healthcare, education, e-commerce, e-government, enterprise system, and so on. So in this, with this occasion, I would like to have further opportunities of discussion with you and learn more about your expertise and interests. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Trâm Anh. So next time, I would like to request Mr. Trần Đức Nghĩa from 3S Intersoft. Mr. Nghĩa, over to you. Excuse me, Mr. Nghĩa, can you turn on your micro? We couldn't hear you.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear now?
Yes.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank ESC and Vinasa for organizing this event. I'm Nghĩa, representing 3S International Software JSC. We established 9 years ago, and we provide IT outsourcing services to global customer, and 50% of that is to Japan market. We are very strong at the IoT solution, digital marketing solution, and AI, data analytics, and health tech. We are looking forward to cooperation and discussion for exploring the services to provide it to the world as well as to Japan and Vietnam. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Nghĩa. So let me welcome the representative from Monterey. Mr. L, can you hear?
Hi, good afternoon. Pleasure being here with my fellow business experts. You can call me L. I'm heading up Monroe Consulting Group here in Vietnam. We are an international award-winning executive recruitment expert we specialize in the headhunting process of specialized roles up to C-level. We particularly seen the rise of Indian organizations and have partnered with more than 12 new clients this year from India across the IT, technology, fintech, edutech, and digital health industry. So you can trust that Monroe Consulting Group can help you upscaling your business by finding good individuals that fits your organization. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. L. And next, let me welcome Mr. Christopher Rana Singh from Bitsoft Company. Please welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure to meet all of you guys. We go by the name of Bitsoft, an IT outsourcing company, obviously headquartered in Hanoi, Vietnam, and been operating for the past 7 years. We provide, just like most of you guys, we do provide lots of different types of services, specializing especially in like mobile development, game development, web development. We also are a group of companies. We do AI solutions. We have our own products too, like IoT platforms and many other things. At the same time, we have grown rapidly. We have 4 operating offices now, 3 in Vietnam and 1 in Japan. And in the meantime, we are also grown quite rapidly with over 400 plus employees at present and continuing to grow as an organization. We do work with not only Japan, but we do work with clients around the globe. At present, I think we host around 40 countries around the globe we're currently working with, and would like to partner with, let it be India or Vietnamese companies in the very near future. So thank you very much. And I'll post our details on the chat group if any of you guys want to have communicate with us. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chris. So next time, let me please to welcome Mr. Nguyễn Đức Thắng from Buka Joytops Company. Mr. Thắng, please.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear.
Okay, thank you. I'm Thắng. I work as Chief Technology Officer in Buka Joystock Company. Firstly, I really appreciate Vinasa to prepare the great webinar in COVID-19, and thanks again Embassy India in Vietnam prepare this event today. Buka Joystock Company established 2003, over 18 developing in Vietnam market. We have provide the solution in government sector, including the digital transformation solution. To be more specific, we provide accounting software solution, education platform for Vietnamese school. And today I would like to find out more the potential company in India and Vietnam to integrate the solution to complete the ecosystem in Buka Joystock Company in terms of the digital transformation for Vietnamese government sector. Thank you for listening. And I have written the detailed information about my company and my contact in the chat room. Thank you for listening again.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Thắng. And now let me welcome Mr. Nguyễn Trọng Tài from South Telecommunications and Software JSC.
Hi everyone. Could you listen? Hello?
Yes, Mr. Tai, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Thank you. Hi everyone. My name is Tai from South Telecom. First of all, I would like to thank the organizer for allowing me to introduce our company and products. Currently, South Telecom is providing the service as SMS, contact center, PBX, digital banking, and our clients span a wide range of industries such as finance, banking, education, healthcare, etc. And our partners also include Vietnamese network operator, the CIM, BPM providers such as Zoho, Salesforce, the device distributor like Cisco, Dell, HP. As I see here, we have quite a few companies working in the field of ERP and CIM software. So I hope to contact you for a more detailed discussion. We could be a platform or a module for you to improve your products, and we could introduce to our customer your products. And I hope we could cooperate in the future. You could visit our website for reference. Thank you for listening.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Tai. And now, please, it is our honor to invite Ms. Nguyễn Thu Quỳnh, the CEO from China Solution. Ms. Quỳnh, please go ahead. Ms. Quỳnh, can you turn on the micro?
Sorry.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. It's my great honor to join this virtual meeting today. And let me introduce myself. I'm Hannah, representing China Solution, one of the top 10 blockchain company in Vietnam. And we have over 50 developers. What we do now is providing software as a services such as blockchain, AI, web, and mobile application solutions to our partner and customer, so that our customer can focus on their business while reducing the development costs. And until now, we work with Japanese and Korean customer, but now we want to open our market over the world, especially in India as well. So we have some way to partner together. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Hannah. So now let me invite Miss Nguyễn Quỳnh Hương from Lotus Quality Assurance. Miss Hương, please.
Thank you. Can you hear me well? I think I've just unmute myself. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Thank you. First of all, I would like to send my tremendous thanks to the organizers of this event. Thank you for coordinating this. To quickly introduce myself, I'm Quinn. I can go by Dakota, and I represent Lotus Quality Assurance, in shortly LQA. So just like most of you guys here, we are also an IT outsourcing company in Vietnam, and we are headquartered in Hanoi, Vietnam, and we also have a subsidiary office in Japan. Ever since our foundation, since October 2016, we have been working with international clients, and for the past year, the year of the COVID-19, we have managed to have our first clients in Vietnam, and we have partnered with large corporations in both Vietnam and Japan and Korea, such as MB Bank and Velvet Insurance. One of our largest partners and also one of our first clients was Infinix, a very relatively large IT corp in Korea. And it's our honor to join the event today, and we are looking forward to expand our global network. And it's really my honor to meet with you guys here. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Miss Quỳnh. So next, let me welcome Mr. Arun Dubai from Vietnam Mobile. Mr.
Hi,
Arun,
am I audible? Am I audible?
yes, Mr. Arun, over to you.
Yeah, okay. So hi everybody, my name is Arun Dubey and I'm based in Hanoi. I'm working with Vietnam Mobile Joint Stock Company and currently positioned as Technology Director for all the IT services. You might be aware Vietnam Mobile is one of the telecom communication service provider company and one of the only private, it's the only private player in terms of telco operations in Vietnam. So we are backed by our group Hutchison Holdings from Hong Kong, and we are currently operating in 10 different countries across the globe in terms of telco operation. So in terms of services, apart from conventional services like data, SMS, voice, we are doing a lot of digital enablement and digital experience for our customers and subscribers. And from IT standpoint, we are holding our enterprise data center, managing the complete platform infrastructure, data security and integrity. And we are hosting more than 100 applications on it, which is running, which is very, very crucial for our business operations and business continuity. And in terms of technology, we almost touched down to nearly all the technologies from IT software and services, to ensure the operations and continuity of the business. That's all I think from my side. And if there is something from anybody from Vietnam or India where you guys can think of engaging something in terms of software and services, then you guys can reach me, and I have already shared my contact details on the forum. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Raul. So last, I would like to invite Mr. Vaiha Satrena from VLAF company.
Hi everyone. Sorry, can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your slide already.
Thank you very much. Thank you ESC and everyone for joining and organizing this event. Myself, Vaibhav Saxena from VILAF, which stands for Vietnam International Law Firm. We are the prestigious law firm in Vietnam and most influential market leader in Vietnam. We have 120 plus experienced minds, out of which half of them are senior lawyers, trained and well experienced in India, United States, UK, and Australia. You can see our accreditations. As the market leader, we have been ranked #1 globally from Vietnam market side. Different practices, banking, finance, capital, corporate, M&A, project infrastructure. IT also, we focus on M&A and everything. That's all from my side. So if you want to do business, please count on us. Thank you very much. My contact details are on the screen. I shared with Vinasa already. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Mr. Braiha. Mr. Vikan, that's all from Vietnam Miss Company presentation. So please.
Thank you, Ms. Tu. So I think we are at the conclusion of the session. So on behalf of our council, ESC, and at my own, it was a great initiative, and we thank especially Vinasa as well as the India Business Chambers, and we hope that this initiative will go a long way in promoting the IT trade between the two countries. Before we conclude, if there are any questions to be raised by any of the sides, we can have another 5 minutes for the session. I think there are no more questions. So let us conclude this session, and we hope that this initiative will really go a long way. Thanks, Vinasa. Thanks, Indian Business Chambers, Ms. Tu, Mr. Rajiv, and everyone, and all the participants on both the sides. Thanks a lot.